question is, have you ever been attracted to... I didn't think I'd get emotional. Can't believe I just admitted that. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different that I haven't done on my channel for over a year, which is a mukbang. So I got myself some Mcdonald's, got 2 burgers, large fries. This is so small, but this is what's considered a large here in the UK. And then I also made myself some plant nuggets, hash browns, and then I got a large Coke on the side. Oh yeah, by the way, I really hope that this isn't annoying. They're literally doing construction outside my house. It's like... But I can't really do anything about that. I already bought my food, so I can't really change this now. So I hope that doesn't bother you guys at all. So without further ado, let's just get into it because I'm so hungry. So I asked you guys to ask me some questions. I also asked what are some assumptions you have about me too, so there may be some like statements in there. So there's quite a lot of good juicy stuff that I was not planning to talk about, but I think I'm going to today. I'm just gonna have this be a really honest, chill Q&A. Okay, anyways, let's eat. Am I recording? Yeah, I am. Okay, let me feel awkward. Oh, also on the side, I got myself curry sauce. So good. If you visit the UK, you need to try it. And I also got sweet and sour sauce. Let's eat, ding dong. Okay, oh my goodness, it's always a mess, these burgers. I'm gonna first dip my burger into the sweet and sour sauce. We'll fry in here as well. Okay, so let's start with the questions and then I can begin to devour the rest of this. The first question is, oh my god, that's so cute. If you could pet/hug one animal that is not normally pet/huggable with no negative effects on you or the animal, what animal would you choose? Maybe Carl? I would love to just like give him a little hug, but I know he doesn't like it. I know he doesn't even probably like me that much. So I'd probably say Carl and chameleons. Are there any pets that you would like to own in the future? Love your videos, Jasmine. Probably say a dog, but I will probably not get one for a long time. So I'm getting a lot of questions about Australia. Are you still planning to move to Australia? Someone else said, is living in Australia your ultimate goal after you graduate? Okay. So anybody who's been like a really avid follower of me, or like you're my friend or you're my family, you know my ultimate goal in life is I want to move to Australia. I love the culture, I love the weather, most importantly I love the animals. It's just a reptile heaven. However, I think the thing that's driving me now is not so much where I'm gonna live, but what exactly I'm gonna do. I'm not really too fussed if my career maybe takes me somewhere else that I wasn't expecting. I think after my master's, I'm gonna just try my best to just get work experience anywhere I can get, and I don't really care where that is. So at this point in my life, I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing. Don't know where I'll be living. I don't know if I'll be sticking here for a bit. I don't know if I'll be going abroad. Like, I really have no idea. So Australia is a goal, but I don't think it's in the immediate future. I mean, who knows? Life is crazy. I'm just gonna pour this out like this. I'm gonna try to get to the more deeper questions. Somebody said, I assume you don't like posting on YouTube like you did when you first started your channel. I know, I could totally seem like that, seeing as I'm a little bit inconsistent-ish now, and I took like a fat break in the beginning of the year, but I'd say that I'm just as passionate as I was back then. I'd probably say I'm more comfortable and happy on YouTube than I was before, because I feel like, because I don't have a set schedule, it's not so much pressure. I don't think I ever will outgrow YouTube. I just love it so much. I love filming. I love having a creative outlet. I had like a family. I probably would still be vlogging when I'm a conservationist. I'll still be vlogging. In fact, I think that break that I took in the beginning of the year was what made me fall back in love with YouTube, and it also made me fall back in love with myself because I was losing a lot of love for myself back then, and I just feel like a completely different person from that year. Like completely different. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Not going, but yeah. This is a really good question. If you won $20 million in the lottery, would you continue in your profession, and what would you do with the money? I would 1,000,000% still be doing what I'm doing, because my goal in life isn't about getting a job that makes me money, or else I wouldn't have picked a career in zoology. I would be still doing the exact same thing as I'm doing now, except I'd probably just live in a nicer house, be able to travel more, do more interesting things on my YouTube channel, probably fund my own research projects, wouldn't have to worry about getting grants or like joining an NGO, for instance. I could make my own darn NGO and like all that. So yeah, I would still be doing the exact same thing, but it would give me more freedom to do what I want. Maybe a nicer house for you, Carl. You'd have a nice big house. Waffles would have a nice big house. Okay, so somebody asked, will you be making Vlogmas videos this year? So no, I probably will not be doing Vlogmas. I'm not gonna say ever again because I don't know the future. But in this point in time, at least this year for instance, it's gonna be pretty busy. Like I'm actually gonna be gone for part of December. I'm gone for like 2 weeks with school. So like that's already like disqualified Vlogmas. Probably won't be doing Vlogmas when I have a conservation job either. You never know. You never know though. You never know. Okay, thank you everyone on YouTube for your questions. I'm gonna go now onto Instagram. What are some common misconceptions people have of you? I think I've said this in my other video. People think I'm such a bitch. People really think I'm a bitch. Or people assume that I don't like them because I can be quite quiet. And I also have a resting bitch face as well. So like those two combinations together aren't very good, but at least like I'm aware of it, and I really try my hardest to be more friendly with people. Do you ever feel imposter syndrome? I had it actually last week when I was applying to NGOs. Like I had the person respond to me and she's like, tell me a little bit more about your interests in yourself and like why you think you would be able to do this, etc. Even though I want to do these things, I feel like I don't actually belong in the science world. And I just felt like not replying to her because I felt if I replied to her, I would come out as a fraud. I sat there with myself for a bit. I journaled how I felt. And I was trying to come up with the reason why I felt like that. I realized I only got one life, okay? Nobody, in my eyes, I mean probably people are, but nobody's as passionate as me. Nobody's good enough for this job. Only I am. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. Get out of that mindset, because you know what? The only thing holding you back from what you want to do in life is what you actually believe about yourself. I wanted to tell you that without your videos, it feels like something's missing. Take care. We love you so. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Is your family half British, half Canadian? If you're wondering, if you're new, because I actually saw a couple questions like, how did you move to the UK? How were you able to, like with the visas and stuff? So I didn't have to do any of that because I have a passport here, because my family, my mom's side of the family is from England, and then my dad is from Canada. It's just crazy that I literally just walked into this country like I own the darn place, and I just moved, was able to get a job, like able to open a bank. So yeah, I didn't need to do like visas, I didn't need to do anything like that because I just had a passport, so I just came. At that time in my life, I needed to move out of Canada. I was completely done with it, to be honest with you. And like not in a bad way, but just like there were so many things that were happening in my life, and I just felt like I needed a new fresh start. I don't know if I ever told you guys, I think I probably did, but my cousin, he died. He was only 24. He was in like this tragic car accident, and it just really struck me, like what if that was me in that car? Like I didn't try to pursue any of my dreams. I didn't try to like live life. I was so serious. I just felt like, wow, I have all these dreams that I haven't even tried to accomplish. I'm getting a little bit emotional, but that's when I was like, I really need to just do something different. I need to get out of Canada. I've always wanted to move out of Canada, and if it was in the UK, I would have moved to Australia. I don't care if I didn't have like right to live. I would have just got like one of those working holiday visas and just maybe did it for 2 years and came back fresh mind, or you know, something like that. So I would have gone somewhere, but I'm just really grateful that I had a passport here. I was able to move. I didn't think I'd live here for this long, honestly. I thought I was gonna be in the UK for like 6 months, and then here I am like 6 years later, which is crazy. Crazy. What keeps you happy / motivated in life? Well, you're looking at it right now. I love food so much. Do you ever feel pressure or you're missing out on doing the traditional married / family thing? Like, this is such a good question because in my high school, there's already people that are married, people already have kids, like they have whole families, and it's just crazy like to see how myself and like maybe some of my other friends not getting married and we're not having kids. It's a bit of like a weird thing, but I don't feel pressure. Maybe it's just because I'm really busy right now and I just don't really have time to think about that. What motivates me and what I'm more driven by is work and fulfilling what it is I feel like I was put here to do. Because I feel like once I have a kid, like I can't think about me anymore. I can't be selfish. Like I have to put them first, stick somewhere, and like, you know, like I just don't feel like I'm gonna be at that place for a while. Like that's why I don't even have a dog. Like I know Carl, I shouldn't say that because Carl is literally as high maintenance as a dog. Aren't you, Carl? He's super high maintenance. Like, that's literally why I have a dog right now, because I know like my life is kind of up in the air, so it's just not even something I'm thinking about. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'd even be that mad if I didn't even have like a family and kids. It's something I've wanted, but it's never been like my dream. Like I know some people really dream about being a mom and having a family, and like that's really not been a big dream of mine as the animal stuff for me has. By the age I'm 33, I think I'm gonna literally take out my eggs and just freeze them just in case I get to 40 and I meet the love of my life, and then I'm like, oh my god, I want to have kids, but like, oh no, I can't. I'll have some eggs there just in case. So I'm gonna freeze my eggs. I really gotta go washroom. I'll be right back. Okay, so you may notice that I look a little bit different now. My hair is a lot flat. Wow, my good, nice English. My hair is a lot flatter now. It's like 4 o'clock, so I'm filming at like 2:30, and I was just letting my battery charge for the last hour and a half. During that time, I finished my lunch / dinner because I'm so full right now. I don't think I'm gonna even have dinner today. I am going to continue with the Q&A. I made myself these little Pop-Tarts. These are from Aldi as well. They're not as good as normal Pop-Tarts, but they're vegan. Normal Pop-Tarts have, I think it's beef gelatin in it, like beef fat. Normally when I eat Pop-Tarts, I kind of like it's so gross, but I actually just sit there and I lick off the icing. Like, but I don't want to do that because that's just gonna look really gross for this video, so I'm just gonna eat them like that, even though it doesn't feel right to me. What is something you've always wanted to do but never have? I have always wanted to go to Asia. I want to go to Japan. I want to eat all the food there. I want to go to China. I want to go to South Korea. I want to go to the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam. I just want to go all around Asia. Favorite Halloween movies? I am obsessed with Hubie Halloween that came out on Netflix. I love that movie so much. It's like the perfect feel-good Halloween movie. Scary movie. Scary movie 1 and number 3. Number 2 is funny too. But yeah, I like scary movie. Okay, so for this next question, I'm actually really shocked that somebody asked this because it is something that I've been thinking of talking to you guys about on here. It's something really personal. Weird because I've been asked this question before, but my answer before was different because I didn't know. Let's move my Pop-Tarts out of the way. I wanted to share it in case like other people may be experiencing this and they don't realize it. So question is, have you ever been attracted to women? I have recently accepted in myself that I am bisexual. Something that I've known since I was discovered, you know, like go through puberty and things like that. And I remember I asked, I think it was my mom, or it was, maybe I was reading it on somewhere, like I would think I was 14 or something at the time. The message I received was there's no such thing as a straight girl, like all girls are somewhat bi to an extent, like we all have an experimental phase. that was like 14 years ago when I was 14. I was like, okay, I mainly like guys. I only am dating guys. I'm only really getting crushes on guys, but I am attracted to women too. But I guess this is just normal. This just means that I'm straight. Just never really questioned it. I was like, okay, every girl feels like this. Yeah, like I just always thought that it was a normal thing. And then recently, like I'd say the last like couple months, like since I started journaling, this is the reason why I love journaling so much. It's really taught me so much about myself. And if you guys are questioning yourself in any way, shape, or form, doesn't have to be about sexuality. It's just like a really good way for you to understand why it is that you think the way that you think. Turn this off, this is probably getting annoying, the white light. Just kind of thought to myself, okay, I've noticed that I'm 28 and I'm still feeling these feelings, and it's just not really making sense. I thought this was just a phase. I thought this would go away by now. I just started to really question it, and I was like, okay, like, is this normal? Like, am I completely straight? Because it doesn't feel like I am. Like, it just feels like there's another side of me that I'm not really allowing. Like, I really didn't want to look it up because I was sort of scared of the answer, because I think I have been surrounded by like quite a few people that are a little bit homophobic. So I have been a little bit nervous to, like, I guess, accept that part of myself because I don't want to be ostracized. So I looked up online and I just was looking at Reddit. I'm like, how did you find out you are bi? And then all these people's stories really resonated with me, and I was like, oh, okay, so I am. It's not weird because like when you repress a side of yourself like that, you don't actually realize it's there. For instance, during high school, I never had a crush on a girl, for instance. I always had crushes on guys and I always dated guys or etc. But like when I look back on it now that I know that I am, I like realized there were certain people that I would be like particularly nervous around. Like none of my friends. So if you're one of my old high school friends, I'm not talking about you. It's always been platonic in that way. But like there are some girls that I was particularly nervous around that I could never really be friends with. And I think it's because I didn't realize it at the time, but I was actually attracted to them. And I was really confused about why I was feeling so nervous about this person. So yeah, it's a little bit confusing. It's a very confusing thing because you're not just like, oh, I'm straight, or like, oh, I only like girls. It's really confusing, to be honest with you. It's such a weight off my shoulder. Like when I realized that about myself, I was just like, huh, okay, we've realized that. Okay, cool, let's move on. So I'm actually really surprised. I didn't think I'd be part of the LGBTQ whatever club, but there you go. Can't believe I just admitted that, but whatever. It is what it is. I asked, what is your favorite part about England and why? Okay, I'll probably have this be my last question. So my favorite part about England is probably, I just feel very homey here, which makes me so happy because I never experienced this feeling in Canada. I just feel really cozy, I feel really comfortable. I just love the culture, I just love the scenery here. It's just like such a beautiful country. And I just feel like it's the place where I've had the most like important life experiences so far, like going to university. Actually, before going to university, figuring out what I wanted to do with my life, getting experience with that, getting Carl, getting waffles, going to university, living with a boyfriend for the first time. Just so many really intense experiences that I've had here, and I feel emotional, but like I'll probably really miss England one day. I didn't think I'd get emotional. I wouldn't stay here simply because I don't want to live in the cold anymore, to be honest with you. That's a big factor. I don't want to live in the cold. I don't want to live anywhere where I have to deal with winter. I'm okay to go on vacation for like 2 weeks somewhere where it's cold, but I don't want to actually live through winter. Like I just want to live somewhere warm. I want to live somewhere where there's reptiles, like etc. Yeah, but England has been really, it's such a lovely place. So when I leave, I know I'm gonna be really nostalgic and really miss the UK. I'm just gonna try to make the most of it and appreciate every moment I have here, and like really just go out and explore and like go see things that I may regret not seeing, in the future. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video there. I answered a lot of questions today, and I hope that this was a nice, juicy Q&A for you guys. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and always being there for me and supporting me. I will stop talking now, start editing this video, and I will see you guys next week for probably a Halloween related vlog, and then after that I want to do a what I eat in a day video, so stay tuned.